The summer transfer window has been full of twists, turns, and last-minute drama, and Liverpool have once again been right in the thick of it. With the deadline rapidly approaching, the Reds have moved to finalise significant pieces of business that could have important implications for Arne Slot's squad heading into the new season. And while many fans expected Liverpool to simply wait and react, the club's transfer team has been proactive, balancing the squad carefully and managing the future of some of the most exciting young players, while also leaving the door open for one blockbuster striker. Signing the decision to retain Stefan Bajčetić has already sent a message about the direction of the club this season, because Liverpool are not willing to risk losing a midfielder who has the potential to be the heartbeat of the side for the next decade. Reports from Paul Joyce at The Times and Lewis Steele at The Mail confirmed that despite strong interest from Girona and speculation about a possible La Liga return, Bajčetić will stay at Anfield and be part of Slot's first-team squad. The reasoning goes beyond simple squad numbers. Bajčetić is eligible as a club-trained player for the Champions League squad, which is vital under UEFA regulations requiring 8 homegrown and at least 4 club-trained players in a 25-man list. And with Tyler Morton heading to Lyon and James McConnell expected to go on loan to Ajax, the depth in deep-lying midfield roles was reduced significantly, making Bajčetić's presence even more valuable. The club also factored in his recovery from hamstring surgery in May, with Liverpool keen to monitor his progress carefully at the AXA training centre, instead of sending him away where his rehabilitation might not be managed to their standards. Slot himself is said to be eager to work closely with the Spaniard, believing that once fully fit, he can cover Ryan Gravenberch in the number 6 role and provide real competition in a midfield that could feature as many as 9 players fighting for 3 spots when everyone is fit. But as we saw last season with Alexis McAllister's injuries and Dominic Szoboszlai even filling in at right-back, things can change quickly, and Liverpool know the value of having a player like Bajčetić ready to step in for the 2025-26 campaign. His loan spell at Las Palmas in the second half of last season proved that he is capable of competing in La Liga, and with the right management, he could become a key figure at Anfield over the next 12 months. That decision stands in stark contrast to James Balagizi's situation. The 21-year-old midfielder, once considered one of the brightest prospects of his age group, has left the club again on loan, this time joining Forest Green Rovers in the National League. Under the management of Steve Savage, Balagizi's story is one of early promise. Blighted by injuries, he trained with the Liverpool first team under Jurgen Klopp and even made the bench twice during the 2021-22 season for domestic cup ties against Norwich and Shrewsbury. But opportunities never came, and his career stalled with spells at Crawley, Wigan and Kilmarnock, all disrupted by fitness problems this summer. Balagizi even trialled in Sweden with Östers IF, playing in a 3-3 draw with IFK Göteborg. But nothing materialised, and he returned to Merseyside still searching for the right move. Now he has landed in Gloucestershire, where Forest Green are unbeaten at the top of the non-league table, having taken 13 points from their first 5 games. Director of Football Mark Bowen described him as a top talent and expressed gratitude to Liverpool for trusting them with his development. Balagizi will wear the number 26 shirt and is expected to play a box-to-box role. His versatility is seen as a major asset, but whether this loan reignites his career remains to be seen, because there is no sign of a new contract with Liverpool, and his current deal situation is unclear. This is a make-or-break season for him, and fans will watch closely to see if he can finally stay fit and deliver on the potential that saw him move from Manchester City's academy to Liverpool in the first place. While these decisions about Bajčetić and Balagizi are important for squad balance, the biggest headline around Anfield right now is the Alexander Isak saga, because Liverpool remain in pursuit of the Newcastle striker, and the drama around his future could define deadline day. Newcastle have sent mixed signals for months, insisting publicly that Isak is not for sale, while also privately acknowledging that an offer in the region of 150 million would be difficult to refuse. Liverpool tested the waters earlier this month with an official bid worth $110 million flat, but that was rejected swiftly. Now reports from Paul Joyce and Martin Hardy suggest that a package worth around 130 million, including achievable add-ons could get the deal done that represents a compromise between Newcastle's stance and Liverpool's valuation. But the key factor is that Newcastle need to bring in at least one striker before they can sanction any sale of Isak Eddie Howe's squad is already stretched, and losing their number 14 without a replacement would be a huge risk. David Ornstein has added that Wolves striker Jurgen Strand Larsen is pushing for a move, while Brentford's Jon Wissa is another option. Newcastle are exploring both, are valued at around 60 million, and if one of them arrives, Newcastle may soften their position on Isak. The clock is ticking though, with the transfer deadline set for 7 p.m. Monday evening, and there is a sense that once one domino falls, the rest could move quickly. Liverpool's willingness to stretch to 130 million is still uncertain, given their financial approach under FSG and the impact of profit and sustainability rules, but sources close to the player insist that Isak is ready to make the switch if the clubs can agree. A deal, his pace, movement and finishing ability make him an ideal fit for Slot's system. And with Mohamed Salah turning 33 next summer and uncertainty still surrounding Darwin Núñez, consistency. This could be Liverpool's chance to lock down a forward for the next 5 years. The Isak pursuit also highlights Slot's intent to refresh the attack and give Liverpool multiple options across competitions with Champions League. Football back at Anfield, the Reds are once again fighting on 4 fronts. And depth will be essential. The idea of a front line featuring Isak, Diaz, Salah, Jota when fit, and Núñez provides variety and unpredictability in a way Liverpool have lacked since the Mane Firmino Salah trio was broken up beyond the transfer stories. The key theme of this window has been balance. Liverpool have resisted the temptation to offload too many young players, instead opting to send them on carefully chosen loans where they can either develop for the future or put themselves in the shop window. The likes of Tyler Morton moving to Lyon show that Liverpool are keen to expose their academy graduates to high-level European football, rather than simply recycling them through the English lower leagues. The approach is deliberate, ensuring UEFA registration quotas are met, while also keeping pathways open for genuine talents. Bajčetić staying is the headline, but others like Connor Bradley-Kaide, Gordon and Bobby Clark are also being monitored closely as Slot integrates youth into his squad, while targeting one big-name signing at the top end of the market. As we head into the final hours of the window, Liverpool's activity is far from over, but the clear decisions already made show a strategy that is both pragmatic and ambitious. Keeping Bajčetić, monitoring Balagizi's progress, and chasing Isak are all part of a puzzle that Slot hopes will give him the depth to challenge Manchester City, Arsenal and Real Madrid in Europe this season. And as always, Liverpool supporters are glued to every update, waiting to see if FSG will sanction the kind of blockbuster move that could shift the balance of power in the Premier League once again. So stay tuned, because the next 48 hours could define the entire season for Liverpool Football Club.